So my name is Mike Reed. I'm a producer at Crytek on Crysis 3.
The greatest city on Earth. Now a spawn of jungle and ruins. They forced us out for the good of mankind. But the Ceph aren't gone. There is one thing left to do. Hunt them all down and take back the city.
So the first most we're showcasing is Hunter. So Hunter starts off with 16 players on PC, 12 on console. And what's unique about this is you start off, it's kind of an imbalance. So you start off two Hunters. They are in nano-suits, armed with the composite bow, and they're permanently cloaked. Everybody else in the game plays as cell troopers. And so the objective for the Hunters is simple. They need to take out all of the troopers inside of 2 minutes. And the objective for the troopers themselves is to stay alive for the full 2 minutes. And in achieving that, you'll end up getting some XP bonuses. It's really a high-tension gameplay mode, especially when you come down to being that last guy in there. So Crash Site is actually a mode that we had in the previous Crysis series for multiplayer. And it's kind of a hybrid between capture points and King of the Hill. So you have these random pods. Everybody's in nano-suits, 2 teams, 16 on PC, 12 on console. And there will be pods that are dropped at random locations around the map. And basically what players need to do is come into those zones and spend time inside the capture radius. And basically there's a fight back and forth over those. There's also the addition of the pinger, which is a giant Beck type device that players can actually get in and adds a little bit of extra fun and firepower. But it's a very dynamic, sort of fast-paced gameplay.
Hunter down!
From 2 to 3, I mean, there's lots from 2 to 3. There's going to be some things people are familiar with, things people are not familiar with. But really, what we wanted to focus in on was trying to differentiate the Crysis series. And in doing so, it's really the heart of it is the nano-suit and having those extra few controls in there. So what we've done is we've done a lot of tweaking in terms of the energy bar, for instance. So the energy bar is actually split into 2 parts. And then we've actually decoupled completely the ability to sprint. So that has nothing to do with energy. So you have armor mode, which has its own bar, cloak, which has its own bar as well. And this makes it a little bit easier for players to get into and not having to focus on a double energy management. We've also added in, there's modules you can actually put into the nano-suit that will give you certain perks and buffs. The one that we've added in is called, it's an auto armor mode, so that we found that people in Crysis 2, when they got into the game, there was a bit of an imbalance from people who really knew how to use the nano-suit to new people coming in. So when you're being shot now, the armor mode will kick on. But at some point, when you get used to it, you're going to want to take it's like taking your training wheels off. So then you can get into really playing the game at a much different level. So it's really easing people into it, but we've also increased the pace of the gameplay as well. It's much faster than it used to be. So the New York feed is a non-interactive, dynamically created achievement system. So currently we're showing 3 feeds in the system, social, chance, and lobby. Those are probably going to go through a bit of a restructuring and renaming. There's actually a 4th one called Squad, which we're not showing right now. So basically, for instance, for friend challenges. So if you have friends on your list who've been playing Crysis 3 a lot, maybe they've done certain achievements in game, like say they got 3 stealth kills in 2 games. So what the system will do is it will look at that and go, okay, your skill level is similar to his, and it will pose a challenge inside of there as well. So between each round and before you start, you'll be able to choose one of 3 different feeds or challenges that you can actually put on. Then we also have the developer challenges, or otherwise known right now as chants. Those are set up and fed by the developers, picked at random based on your XP level. And then we have lobby challenges, which is people that are not your friends but are playing inside the same lobby as you. So it will generate achievements based on who you're playing with at that present time. And what these will do is it provides an achievement system that's dynamic and, you know, just adds a little bit more of a competitive edge. Crysis 3 will be in stores February of 2013. We don't have an official date locked down right as of yet, but that's what we're targeting for. And that'll be on Xbox 360, PS3, and of course PC as well.